Hello, hello. Guten Morgen, Mr. Hello, good morning, everyone else. How are you doing? We're back. Yeah, I missed the whole London session yesterday. But life gets in the way sometimes, right? We need to do things, and it is sorted. I've got my test book. My driving test is booked now for the 11th of August. So 11th of August, obviously there won't be a stream as well. And also the 17th, I need to bring my car to the dealer. So sometimes I need to do things. But anyway, yeah, it was quite interesting. I'm still on the 15-minute here, as you can see. We sat through a lot of accumulation, and then we had to move to the downside during London, which I missed. Then we went higher. I was actually very bullish during pre-market prep, but there wanted another move to the downside, and then came the long, and I managed to catch it actually pretty well. But it was going so fast. I was a little bit late, but yeah, look at this, guys. It's just beautiful. So we always have to be sort of like when we go through accumulation, it's very annoying, right? It's always like, but it always gives such a good trade setup later on, but you sort of have to be waiting for it, and that's the frustrating part. And sometimes you miss it if you're not watching. But yeah, I mean, bull's still running. Yeah, I'm still bullish up to. Let's go over it. Did anyone else manage to catch that long in what was it? What was the time? I think it was after 10 o'clock. I think even later. Yeah, around noon, right? A little bit earlier. It was just a beautiful 7-0. Talking about ranges. Boom! It was just beautiful 7:05. I didn't see it exactly on the right time. I was a little bit late. I was just above a little bit here. I wanted to enter a little bit lower. This is a beautiful breaker, not a breaker, order block retest. Um, yeah, I mean, and then it just went boom, boom. It's a rocket, right? Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Um, oh, I have to close the curtain. But it was horrible. I mean, Method, we talked about it. It was really hard this week so far. Price action wasn't easy this week. This is a 15-minute chart. So look at how much consolidation we went through from Tuesday, literally back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then, Wednesday, London, it went lower. But this is very hard. I mean, and not only this, but here also we went through. Asia was the move to the downside, right? And then the whole London session was accumulation here. I think we sat through this. Yeah, it was very frustrating. And then the open, and then accumulation again, and then London again. It's not easy. Um, accumulation, one move, one move, one. Yeah. So, um, hey, Marath, how are you doing? Oh, I want to rather stop trading. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I was bullish, and I was like, yeah, I'm. Sometimes when you have your analysis, but your timing is off. Um, and then I did take the trade on my account though. Um, but it went so fast. I sort of wanted to do a stream, but then again, I was like, wow, it's already running, and I was like, yeah, it was actually before 1 o'clock it started running. So I was like, yeah, it's already done, but it actually was not. But look here again, 1 o'clock. Again, that's why I didn't do. I decided not to stream because I was looking at this area here, and because every time we have a large move, it goes back into consolidation, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do a stream and go back into consolidation. So here you have one more move, and then again it's this kind of price action with small candles and just going back and forth and and I sort of like was, you know, it's been like the whole week like that. If you have one big move, it sort of get punished straight away. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because we already had this almost an hour run up, and I had my TP at 504 for my runner. I took most off here, and then I had a runner 504, and I just let it run, but it went lower here. It didn't stop me out because my stop was still around here, and then it didn't get to 504. By the way, I was a few points off. Let me just see. Here it went to 50. It's on the method. I put the trade in the pre-market prep, and I also shared it on the other stream. I had my TP at 504. You can see it. I was 2 points off. So I took it off when it was going back again, and it was the time was also we were going up to 4 o'clock, so I knew okay, it's not going to go. I knew it might go higher, but not during New York anymore. It's done. So I was off 2 points. Okay, I can live with that. I'm always off a couple of points. I can't get it exact, but hey, listen, 2 points off all the way here to here. No, not too bad, but it's still off. It's still off. So, but I don't. I'm not. I used to be very strict to myself and get upset about that, but I'm not. I'm totally not. So that was my runner was a lot of was over 300 points again, guys, but not my full trade. Most of it was here. That was around 250, and this was my runner was a little bit, I think about 320. It's still a good. Yeah, I'm doing great, Mareth. Hey, it's Thursday, right, today? Yes. Okay, let me put on the Mether's awesome indicator. Mether, did you change something with that I can't see the previous weeks? Is that correct with this now? No, normally I don't use that, but I was just wondering because I thought it's a luxury. Okay, let's see where we're at on the weekly basis. We're at 60% now. Mainly focusing on some premiums, yeah. Okay, let's go into the lower time frame. I just want to show the AMD, right, guys? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And then you can attack the top. So I just thought we might get. I thought that we would get the Judas in a yesterday New York session to the downside, and then we would move higher. That was my analysis, but yeah, it did not. That didn't pay out. That didn't pan out as I thought it would. It went much lower and then higher. It's okay. I mean, journal, and next time, you know, you're prepared for that scenario. I didn't think of this scenario, but now I will next time. Why? Order block with a fair value gap here still, which matched still OTE levels. So it was still, I mean, very logic, this move to the downside in hindsight. In hindsight, we learn. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, guys, I had someone in the Discord. I just want to I just don't want that bullshit. I mean, maybe I'm not too nice, but You know, this person, he doesn't have a name, just shows up with the sunglasses, with a smiley, and he says, "Oh, I took a trade," and then the only thing they do is do this. In hindsight, "Oh, I took a trade." Oh, and only this. I mean, that's full range is always, and it's just like, and I know it's just bullshit because he doesn't even know that there's news drivers and stuff like that. So just like this, yeah, this was my trade. Yeah, I can do that every day. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm not even 2 points off here. I got it exactly. No, it's just no, it's just no. They just post this on the Discord. Oh, I've got a good trade today in Asia. Look at me, what I did. Just this. This is what they do. They just show this. So I said, listen, either show your trade or show your strategy, whatever, but do not slap this only like this all the time. And I didn't want to say pretend your trades, but I just I like seeing this if people use it, like how they frame their R to R, and you don't always have to show your trade, but you guys know what I mean, right? It's just every time they have a full range, it's like, wow, it's 500 trades every time. Amazing. You should teach me how to trade then. But anyway, yeah, I called him out. I said, listen, I'm gonna delete these now. Either you show your trade or you go over your strategy. But I don't want to see this anymore. I'm done. Yeah. Um, I can't deal with bullshit anymore or this kind of stuff. I'm just very impatient with these people. I don't know. Okay, guys, let's go. Yeah, so those in the Discord on NQ, you'll see in a message of mine, maybe not so friendly, but I'm sure you all had some like, I'm sure this person annoyed you guys anyway. Okay. So remember, this was the opening range gap of Wednesday, I believe, right? Yeah, it's bullish. I mean, we still have a lot to do here, so I'm bullish, no doubt about that today. Up to now, I don't want to say today. You can smell, yeah. Oh, Bowser, yeah, And I saw some people like really, giving him a smiley, and I was like, oh, don't do that. It's bullshit. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, here we go. Who's already in a trade? Bowser, are you already in? Yeah, I can be pretty, yeah, but I just if you're being too nice, it doesn't. I don't want politically correctness on my. If somebody if I smell a scammer, I don't even give them a warning. I call them out and I just get the f out of my stream, get the f out of my Discord. Yeah. Okay, this was like the news date. This was data here, 8 9:30. I remember 9:30 on Tuesday. Yeah, so this was Tuesday's range. Remember? Yeah. I'm not positioned yet, guys, but it's a long. Anyone in a trade already? Oh, look at this. Just beautiful. Yeah, I mean it's going. I can definitely see it go all the way up to 685. I'm not in yet, guys. I don't want to chase. I'm too late. But it's a long. I'm done for now. Sleep to a few hours. It's crazy. We took previous day highs like 4 times. Yeah, it was really Bowser. Don't you think it was very challenging the last few days? Sitting through so much higher time frame accumulation, but you know, and the displacements are minimal, right? You have a lot of, you can see it here again, and that's why I'm happy with this trade, and I'm sort of like very reluctant to like, oh my god, like look here again. Okay, this we like to see this in Asia though, but it is, you see so many candles like this, and then one move, consolidation, one move, and it's just, it's very annoying, and you just have to be ready for these moves, and I'm very happy that I managed to catch it. But by the time it was 1 o'clock, I was like, oh, that's, I wanted to share that. If you have like a large candle like this, right, and it goes back into this area where we have been accumulating. The moment we were here at 1 o'clock, I was looking, we went over this, right? I was looking at this area and I was like, that's what I was expecting, accumulation. They, not always, but a lot of the time they mimic the left side of the chart. So we were also at the top of the opening range gap. So that's why I was like, I'm not gonna, I was planning to do a stream with pre-market prep, and I said, I sort of promised this, but like, I don't want to get myself and people into this bullshit again. So I left that runner, but I didn't even watch it until the market on close. At some time, I was like, yeah, let me just see if something is happening, or I'm stopped out on it. But yeah, but a lot of the times, especially after such a large move, when we go back, it's sort of like before it takes out the rest of the, because it goes, eventually it went for the highs of this, right? But it then at some point it sort of accumulates again. Yeah, the London. I wasn't there. I know. I saw it. Hey, listen, I saw it. Yeah, I see. I saw it. I came back home and I was like, "Did you take it, Bowser? Did you manage to get that trade?" Well, I think my trade was pretty nice as well. I was bullish, and I managed to catch almost the bottom. I was a little bit late because I came back up and I was, oh my god, shit, it's already happening. But yeah, I mean, this was an awesome trade. Did you see it coming? I don't know if I would have seen it coming, to be honest. I don't know if I would have seen it coming. Um, well, yeah, it was more, but yeah, it also equal because this is. I might have thought we might have still gone here. I might have been. I might not have been on top of this one, to be honest. I might have let this one go and then up again. I'm just better with my bullish trades nowadays for some reason, but I know why. I know why, because we're still running on a 4-hour bullish breaker. Oh, okay. You also didn't see it coming. I'm just gonna. I was looking at it like, would I have been able to get it? I don't think so. So I still have to journal it. That, to be honest, I didn't get back to that, but I'm gonna journal it. I need to see if I would have figured a way to see it, but I don't think so. I really don't think I was able to get that. But yeah. But it doesn't matter because it gives so much data, right? It gives so much information because this was still open here. So that's why I'm also still bullish. That's why I was bullish yesterday still as well. But yeah. Sebastian, we are below VWAP. Yeah, I'm still. It's almost the same structure here again. AMD. That's bullish. Do we have news today? Yes, I think so, right? Exciting. What is the news today? Thursday. Oh no, we don't have news. Only unemployment claims. Yeah, and so people always like, oh, be careful with the war doesn't do anything anymore, guys. Please stop. Don't be afraid of any war things. Nothing changes. FOMC minutes. Also, FOMC minutes. It's the minutes. Do not get. I saw people on X. Oh, I'm not going to trade today. It's FOMC minutes. And I'm like, it's not the meeting. It's the minutes. It doesn't do much. Go journal it. You can see it. It was 2 o'clock. Here, look what happened, guys. So there was a lot of fear mongering about the minutes, but it's people don't understand. I can tell that the people that share that they don't journal. Um, 2 o'clock. Look what happened. FOMC minutes, guys. Nothing happens. It's sometimes you get a little reaction, but it's not more than 30% of what the meeting gives. Go back in your journal and see. Go back in your chart. You'll see. It doesn't do a lot. Sometimes a little bit, but not many times. So I didn't even I just took my position off, but I didn't even think about it anymore. I was like, oh yeah, shit, there was minutes, but it just kept going. A lot of people trade, and you're not allowed to trade during. Sebastian, there's a lot that you can nowadays. I'm allowed to do so with the Funded Next. And on my own account, obviously, I can do whatever I want. But I don't think we're in a chop zone right now. We are expanding. We are definitely not in a. We are not chopping right now. We are expanding. I missed the trade though, but this is not a chop zone. We are definitely in distribution. We're distribution. So those who are in a trade, yeah, you're good to go. But I don't see a chop zone. Look here, we're expanding. I missed the trade though. It's okay. It's just moving very slow. Um, you're watching 29,690 in order. Um, I think that's actually an area where if I would have been in the trade, where I would want to get out, because we have an event horizon here plus an end dog, so that would be a nice area where could reject again. So I think I might enter a trade up to actually that level, Sebastian. If we can get lower, again, I might re-enter and then maybe trade it up to this level here, and then that will be my TP. But this week has make me a little bit cautious because of the constant one move, then consolidation, one move, and then the slowness again. And the question is, I'm going to do a poll, guys, with you guys. How are we going to end the week? Bullish or bearish? What do you guys think? Let's do overall because, okay, let's go over the week. Let's go over the weekly candle. Let's do that before I do the poll. Let's do that first. Let me switch off everything and then we'll go over higher time frame first before we do the poll. It's just gonna move very slow anyway. It's not gonna. Okay, I'll take this off. Let's do a poll because it's Thursday. We have news today, but it's orange. Unemployment claims. And tomorrow it is, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow nothing. Okay, so only today we have a news driver, 8:30 news driver, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's go to the monthly. Let's have a look. Okay, so we formed a top last month, right? And we are here now. We opened below the monthly. I do think we went to 50% of the monthly wick though. Let's have a look. This is the monthly wick. The weekly, okay, here you see how ugly this. If you're struggling, you know, you don't have to feel any shame. This is how we look on the weekly now. Look here, very ugly, right? Very hard to trade as well. A lot of wicking. See, we had 50% of this wick here. So the question is, because we still have a gap here, right? Will this be revisited in this area? Or are we done here for the week? This is the daily. It's pretty ugly. ICT has been working with this suspension block a lot. He's marked that a lot. He worked with that in his analysis. He uses this as an order block, bullish order block. Oh, I actually like a long. I'm gonna go long here, guys. Okay, I'm paper trading because I'm too late for my account. Let me just, because I like the long here. I'm gonna use Sebastian's TP. Come to here. Let's see. I might be wrong. 231. Oh, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Let me see if I'm 231. What time is it? 232. Hold on. I'm just gonna wait one more minute. Then I know if I'm wrong or right. Take me out or not. See, this is the same structure of yesterday. Remember, it might go lower. Okay, take me out. Okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Okay, take me out. Okay, wrong. Okay, let it go lower. It was too fast. Okay, this is the daily. We've got beautiful liquidity here, and we've got beautiful liquidity here. Why are you always giving me the wrong arrow? Because I marked the right. It's a tricky area here, guys. I think it's very tricky. Because it's in consolidation, can easily go up here, can easily go into this wick, go back up again, back and forth, back and forth. This is an important gap as well. So I'm gonna make this yellow. Okay, this should be the long. Okay, I'm gonna try long again. Um, stop loss. TP is gonna be here. Into 36. I'm still paper trading only, guys. I'm wondering if I'm off, if I should consider this as a breaker. Um, Let me see, where are we at? We're here, 4 hour. Still not sure about this area. Um, I think it will go higher, but I think it's going to take time. I think we have to wait until the 350 macro or something. So it's going to take time. I think it's just going to futz around. So Sebastian, you might be right about the consolidation again. So I don't even want to touch it anymore. I'll leave it. I'll leave my paper trade on so I can journal it. 238. 150 to 210 here. I do like this. This is sort of bullish. Time like the time. We will see. I'll leave it on. Six, 5, 1. It might even only go to here and then stop again. I can see that happen as well. There's a very small spike again and then stop. So that's a 1-to-1 trade, which doesn't have my interest. Yeah, so this worries me a little bit. I think it might give one little spike and then go back into either consolidation or something like that. Let's see. It's just a paper trade, guys. I'm not in a trade whatsoever. Just want to see what the market is doing. Is that just a small little spike and then go back in consolidation? Is that what you're gonna do? And then make a move afterwards. 652-ish. So that will be around here. Rejection here in the 4 hour, maybe in the 1 hour. Yeah, let's see. I think that makes sense here. Yeah, let's mark this rejection block. That's the midline. 659-ish. Yeah, we already touched it here. You can see that. Yeah, I'm thinking just a little spike, and then it might go back in consolidation again, or not, or it's just not even going to give me that little spike. Okay, let's do a poll. Forget about London. Is my mic not working? My mic is working, is it? Tina says there is no volume. If I look at my OBS, it seems to be working. Anyone else having issues or? Okay. Okay, Tina, check your settings. It might be your settings. Hey, Sebastian, you sleep well. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao. Is the week ending bullish or bearish? So let's do a. It's curious what you guys think. Okay, I just am waiting for a little, maybe a little spike, and or not. I might not even get that. $244. Let's see if I can get here, if it wants to go here. Very slow again, right? Yeah. Now, where was the trade to be made? The best trade. Inversion, retest of the inversion. Boom. What time was it? See, most of us don't trade. If we trade London, most of us are not trading around this. Who trades around this time? I notice there's quite a bit of opportunity always around this time as well. It around the 1:30 time. It's just too early for. I'm either just still busy with other things and I'm not. But a lot of times I see a good opportunity here. Yeah. Is it beautiful? It goes into this fair value gap here. Inversion. Activates the inversion, goes back into it. US, yeah, I've got a very small trade on, but it's a paper trade. I'm not long on my any accounts at the moment. No. I'm just thinking that this might be a high that could be reached, but then again, we could already reject at this point. But I think it might spike a little bit. I don't think there's much room in the tank. for a very long trade right now. So I'm thinking this might be the trade, but you can see it's not even, it's almost a 1-to-1, which is not something that I'm interested in. This, like I said, this here, this area would have been the trade, but it's just not. I'm not watching the chart at that time. And then obviously the 150 to 210 macro, I started the stream, so I'm not in a trade at the moment. I'm just watching to see if price will reject here, or is it already rejecting here. That's sort of like what I'm looking at. So this might be a failed trade, but if this level is hit, I'm going to journal that. Just want to see if it can reach this level, or if we're rejecting here. I do think a better long is coming when we go lower and then we continue a little bit higher at some point. It could be New York. We could go down all the way again, maybe here, and then back up again later on, because the ranges are quite large. So maybe the better trade will be in pre-market again. Not again, but okay, let's see. What time is it? 2:15 macro starting. Yeah, let's see if the macro just gives us a bit of a push. I could be wrong. It could blast through here. But I just wonder if it just wants to, if it's gonna stop here, accumulate Y because of this here. So I'm expecting accumulation a little bit. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you? We could even go up to 682. Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? Did you do any trading yesterday? It has been a bit of a challenging week, right? A lot of accumulation. And then there are good trades, but they are so, you really have to sit on top of it. You have to hunt, wait a long time for them. But they are there. I mean, but yeah. It's always a struggle for the impatient, like me. I kind of messed up yesterday, started real good green, but ended red. Oh shit, yeah. Hey, listen, it was hard. I was also wrong on my analysis. I was bullish, but it went the bullishness came later on. Um, it was a hard read. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I can't, what's going on? It's just like, shit, just can't figure it out. And then later on you see it because then you understand that the Judas was actually a Judas of, it took the whole morning, literally, right? Which is very confusing if it does that. Yeah, I can see price coming down a little bit at some point, and then maybe continuation of the long in New York. Maybe. What do you guys think? Let me see about the poll. Um, Ending the week 70% bullish, 30% bearish. Okay. Um, yeah, I think I'm not going to get my spike now, but I think a nice long will come today. Um, I'm just letting on my paper trades. I want to be stopped out because I journal it this way. Um, Maybe the open will spike it up a little bit and then go lower. We'll see. Let's see if it is hold until the open. I'm sure I'm going to be stopped out at some point, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all about, for me now, time. It's like, what is time doing? I do believe this level is in play. If it's not now, it will be later on today. And maybe, obviously, I see much higher. I believe we're still very bullish. The only issue is what's time? When is it going to run? It does make sense actually that we might run later on here in the 315 macro. We need one more hour maybe for a long. Yeah, I can see it happen that we go lower and then maybe the next macro we might go back higher. That's okay. Then I'm ready to take it if that happens. Um, are you waiting for a daily SIBI? Ugh, a daily SIBI? What do you, daily SIBI? You mean all the way to the downside? And NQ futures, are you thinking it's going to go all the way to the? You're expecting price to go all the way here now? Is that what you're looking at? Well, his name is NQ Futures, and he doesn't say ES. So help us out here, NQ Futures. Are you talking about ES, or are you talking about? He could mean this. It doesn't. It makes sense. I mean, hey, listen. I'm just trying to use logic. Yeah, but are you on NQ or are you? I don't see a daily. There's no daily SIBI on. You say daily SIBI, so you're not trading NQ then, because there's no daily in SIBI. Oh, okay, yeah, that's totally different. We're not looking at CFDs. I'm sorry, my friend. Um, so your name should be then CFD, NQ CFDs. I gotcha. Okay, let's see if we can get to the level. If it can't get to this level, I might get interested in a short. Just want to see what the open wants to do because I do think maybe it wants to go higher at the next macro, so we might get start preparing myself for a short though. Let me give it one more minute. Okay, get here before 3 past 3. Come on. It needs to get here before 3 past 3. Oh, this market is so annoying. CFDs is a scam. Yeah, yeah, they're a little bit manipulated, but hey, listen, everything is a scam, right? But it's yeah. But NQ futures, it's not. There's no point to mention things on CFDs in our stream because nobody actually, most of us are doing the NQ. It's just confusing. So yeah. Okay, come on, baby, give it to me. Go take that level. Maybe it wants even to go. If we go higher, we might even go for 681. But I'm not sure. If we start, just want to have this level. It doesn't take out this high yet, right? I don't know if you're gonna take out. Uh, and yet we are stuck in very slow price action. If it goes lower, I don't mind because then I would take a trade back up again and then maybe even higher attack some of these levels. So for me, it's not a problem. If I get stopped out here, that's all good. Then I want it to go lower, and then at 350 macro, I do think we are going to get back into this area. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I really like this 659 area here, the 650 this area. I don't feel comfortable trading it higher. If it wants to go there now, I think we're gonna get a better long at some point. I just want to see if we can get to this area now, and I'm not aiming for much higher, as you can see. If it goes higher, I'm off. I might be off even with this, to be honest, but um, I think the better long is coming later on. I think there's a sell coming, but I do think that we might want to go here first. But let's see. Let's see what the market wants to. It's a little bit unclear to me, in honesty, but I want to see. I can see 655, 660-ish level being hit, and then maybe to the downside. Yeah, I think this level is going to be very important where my TP is. I think we might get a turn around that area. But let's see. Come on, do it. Go there. Hey, wanna go outside, my love? Okay, let's see. I might be interested in a short from somewhere here if it can go higher, but I'm not entering a short from here. I wouldn't be interested here. Um, Green Globe, are you already short? I think it's going to be a sell at some point, yes, but I think it wants to go higher first to go lower. Oh, it's so slow. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on, I want to see I want to see this level somewhere hit. Mm, 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 mm. 657. Yeah, let's see. around this 657, 650, then I might consider a short, but I want to see how it reacts there. I'm not doing anything until we get to that level. Hey Lance, yeah, it's a hard read now. I mean, I get so much consolidation. It's very short moves. I'm gonna make it 2 points higher. Just want to see if it can reach it. It's for my journaling. So I'm thinking we might get a turn around this area. That's what I think, but I'm just not sure. So I'm trading it to the upside, and then I might consider a short from somewhere here. But if it blasts through it, I'm wrong. But I think this we're gonna turn around I think we're gonna turn around the area where my TP is. What time is it? 3:14. Lance, how are you doing? I definitely use calculations, yes, but they are not always standard deviations. But yeah, you can always use standard deviations, but you need to um, have your own benchmark and backtest it, and then okay, here we go. Now this is interesting for me to see what happens here. How do you, theocentric? Do you use standard deviations? Well, I mean, for me, this level might be quite exact because we might turn here. I might take a short from here. I mean, I literally had a full range yesterday. I was 2 ticks off, so my runner had over 300 points, and I was 2 ticks off the range that we formed at 4 o'clock, or 4:15 was it? 4 o'clock. I guess I sort of like I'm starting to get the hang of it. Okay, I might have interest in a short from here, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna take a 316. I'm just not sure if the short is here or later. What do you guys think? Is this short from here or not? We could go a little higher. Equal highs almost. Six, 5, 9. I Okay, I think it wants a little bit higher. I'm just gonna let it run a little bit higher. Um, it's just moving too slow. It's just very annoying to trade this. Um, I do like this area for rejection though. See, we still have the end this event horizon here. Um, we are expanding, yeah. But this level, I just don't trust this level. Hey, hello. Hi. Got the trumpeter hornbills behind me. No, Mether is in. Mether is definitely here. But company man Carl I haven't seen today though. Yeah, you know, he was in. No, it was yesterday, I believe. I saw no, I didn't do a stream yesterday. But yeah, you're right. Where's our company man? Hello. These birds are so funny. I am here invisible. No, well, no, you're not invisible. Everybody has to go on live chat if you want to see Mether's messages, by the way. But I read them anyway, so no one misses your message, Mether, because I will read them. But we still have to. I mean, it's still. What the hell is going on? Lands, I think a reversal is incoming, at least back into the range. Yes, I also think the better short will come, but the long. But on the other hand, it might just expand. So I'm just not sure at this moment. I just know that this level, if it starts expanding from here, I guess we're just gonna go higher. Um, but yeah, I'm not confident enough to put to leave a runner or to take that trade on any account. It was just a trade just to up to this level, and then but then again, I think we're just gonna go higher. But let's see. I mean, we're still not going higher. So, Mr. Chaos, when you see your chat on the top, you can see live chat. When you go to the top of your chat, you see go. Well, you might not see go, but you see live chat, and there's like a you can there's a bar you can open it, and then you see top chat, live chat, and well, I have fan funding because I've got a channel with super chats and super stickers and stuff like that. But you should see. I believe you would only see top chat and live chat all the way in the top. You should be on one of the two. If you look on the channel is developing a cult following. Gotta have high. Yeah. So, oh, look at that nice rejection there. Ooh, 658, 662. Nice. Let's give it some. Now I see. Oh, okay, yeah. Welcome to my place. Yes, that's where Mether lives in live chat by himself. Yeah, I always it's like a routine for me. I open up my stream, but sometimes if I refresh, I have to go back to live chat. Otherwise, I don't see his messages. But for me, it's a routine. I just do it standard. I just go back to live chat because then I know I can see everyone. So I want to give it a few more minutes, but I do think we might get a turn here. But I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong because I do want to enter a trade not only on paper, but maybe I'll do my second trade on paper as well. That will be my paper trade because but I'm still not sure if we are going to expand up to the event horizon here or are we going to go lower. So I'm still not. I'm a little bit in doubt. The event horizon most likely will also be probably a level that matches this opening range. Yeah, I think it's still long to be honest, but we'll see. Jetzt können wir Deutsch reden und kein anderer wird es verstehen. I do. Ich verstehe Deutsch. Ich habe Deutsch gehabt in Schule, but I didn't like it, so I didn't. I was rather focusing because I wanted to travel to Latin America, so I was more interested in Spanish, Italian at the time. Verdammt. You've got to make a secret language. And, we can just put Google Translator on it as well. Yeah, I think it's still long up to here, guys. 7:20. I think that's still trade, but it's moving too slow for me to engage. I would rather just watch this. Um, Musatala, everybody's going to. We're going to do German. Well, we can do a day every day. We can do a different language, and everyone in the community has a say. We can do every. Does anyone speak a really weird language that no one? There's a very small community only speaks. Like, I mean, if I would have someone here who speaks Zulu, we do a day Zulu. Hey, listen, when I go for my driving license, they just ignore me and they just talk Zulu. I'm like, okay. Oh, this level it's not doing much, but I'm not convinced in the short yet. Let's see what time. I have learned some Guarani in South America, like the language. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This 20 years ago. What? I don't know if there's more people that speak Guarani here, so Meta can practice his Guarani and do some fresh up. It's amazing. Yeah, it's very interesting. Those. I was in the Amazon in Ecuador, and I spent 6 weeks with the Indian tribe, and I really had to hunt our own food. Uh, yeah, it was quite amazing. Well, they had it. I did not hunt. I did some fishing though, but it was quite scary because we had to, take a bath in the river, but there were electrical eels. I was like, yeah, but so we were like, going around and they were like, yeah, there's an electrical eel, and I was like, yeah, but that's where we bathe. Yeah, that's okay, but if you stay there, it's okay. I'm like, oh shit. So at that point, I was just on the boat. If I had to wash my hair, I would just. I'm like, I'm not getting in the water anymore. There were like alligators and stuff like that. And I was in the beginning. I knew there were. I knew it, but when you see it, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. I don't think I'd fare well with electrical eels. No, and the electrical eels are very scary for me too. I'm not so scared of the baboons. Well, they can be scary though, the big ones. Oof. Um, but yeah, those electrical eels. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not get involved with those. I don't think you survive it, by the way. I think it was just instant. It's like it's really bad if you get. I think you have a higher chance of survival with a baboon than with an electrical eel. I don't know actually how deadly they are, but it was funny. There was like also we were sitting like we were they eat those white worms like they eat these as their it's like and so I was like yeah, I really can't. Um, but then there's like a very little insect, and I saw it, and it looked very innocent. So I said, "Oh, it was getting very close to me." So I'm not very afraid of insects because I mean, so I was just sitting there, and then um, and I just wanted to wipe it away, and then she said, "No, peligroso, peligroso," and I was like, "What?" That it looked very innocent, but it was a very highly, extremely poisonous little insect. And I just wanted to and okay, so and that after that time I was like, okay, shit, I really have to be. I don't know enough. And when I would go to the toilet, there's like a separate little tent. Everything is in like those little huts they make, and the toilet is like it's like just a hole in the ground. And I would sit there, and there would be a scorpion somewhere. Oh no, was it a spider? Oh, no, it was a big spider. And it would literally sit there, and I would literally had to put and it was there all the time. But at some point you get used to it. But it was, it's pretty. I mean, yeah, it's adventurous, but you cannot be too afraid. But it made me also aware that not being afraid and not knowing can be very dangerous. Like with that little insect that I thought, oh, that's just it looked very innocent. It looked like in Europe we have one of we have these things that are on water. They have these long legs, and they are, I don't know how you call them, but they are they do nothing in Europe. They just are on the water, and they can jump on the water. And it looked similar to that, so it looked it just looked very, you know, innocent. Peligroso, peligroso. Okay. Okay. I'm not touching it. No worries. I was like, wow. Yeah. And electrical eel is your spirit animal. Well, I mean, the electrical eel in how's that's interesting. Is it something, have you, do you know the species on its by itself? Because I never got, I mean, for me, the electrical eel was something I never actually even heard of until I was in the Amazon. But that's interesting. My Yorkie is the extent of my animal exposure. Yeah, I was quite adventurous. I've done some quite adventurous traveling. Oh, this is a little bit difficult area for me. Um, It's always hard when you are sort of like, we've already been expanding to the upside. You don't know how far at some point it might go. There are some, you've got a certain level that you can work with, but you sort of like, it could extend, it could end here for the time being, because it's just sort of like an area that you can see. If I look on the 15, there's a wick on the left. We're at the middle, but we've got an old midnight a little bit further up. Well, we could use. You don't know exactly sometimes what the algo is using. I think the N walk event horizon might be the draw, to be honest. But yeah, it's very slow how it moves, right? I think this might be the draw though. So it's just gonna slowly move its way up. I think that's what I think. But yeah, on the other hand, it could slam down anytime, wick down and go up again. So this is for me low probability area at the moment. As you can see. Well, I think the shocking part is when you touch it. I think I saw it, but then they said, "Oh, that's an electrical eel." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I see an eel, but or something that looks like something longish." But for me, it was a shocking part that I used to bathe there, and that it was just they were there, and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm I'm in that water bathing myself." I was okay. I'm gonna sit from a boat and wash my hair just like this, just. And I did not go in that water anymore fully because I was really afraid to. I had to wash myself different. I was really afraid to get in the water fully. Oh, hold on. I need to take that. Oh no, that's a scammer. Always scammers, robocallers. Go away. Mm. Well, the thing is, I'm bullish, but I don't want to be caught in consolidation or in a slam down, and then the continuation might be later on. I don't know, but see how it's moving so slow. I mean, I hate this. Yeah, I don't mind I dare games, but not with electrical eels or whatever. Yeah, I consider myself pretty adventurous, but for those people, I was still a pussy. Like, oh, you know, they were like, I really tried a lot of things, but those white worms, they were still alive, and for them it's like they're really happy when they found them and they eat them, and they're very thick and they move around, and like I'm like, yeah, but they made some really nice stuff though. Lens, I've been trying to shop online for some wedding guest clothes for Greek summer. Everything is so expensive now. I'm getting old, I guess. Hey, just go to what's oh my God, what's the name of that store? I love to go. Um, what's the name in the US? I love to go there. It's very cheap, but you have very nice design, but you have to go through all the racks. What's the name? Not Target. It's not Target, but it's always near a Target. Lance, help me out. It's not. What's the name of that clothing store that has such a good deals and they have always? Not TJ Maxx. No, also not TJ Maxx. Closed. Not TJ Maxx. Not Target. There's one more. No. Ross. Yes, Ross. Exactly, Ross. No, it's Ross. I think it's Ross. I bought a lot of stuff at Ross. It's always yeah, I like Ross. But you have to look really well, and then there's so many. I have to like wow, and it might be a few, not the latest, maybe a few session old, but who cares? I don't know Marshall, by the way. I think I know it. No, my aunt, she used to, they used to drop me off, and then I said, pick me up in a 2 hours, and then they'll pick me up again. Yeah, I think Ross. I mean, Ross had still. I know. Everything got more expensive in the U. I used to shop there when the euro. It was very advantageous for us with the euro many years back that I could buy so much uh, with the euro, and then things changed a little bit, and now, but also things got more expensive there. It used to be also like when you have a good sale, we don't know sales of 80, 90% in Europe. That's quite, but you can get the best stuff when you go in special in the time that there's sales. Man, you can get like things so cheap. You get 80% off, and we're not used to that in Europe. You get, you're happy when you get 20, 30% off. 40 max, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. US. Oh, Marshall's the same. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, okay. Or maybe it depends on where you are that they open up a store and that they call it Marshall's at different, maybe in different areas or something. Oh, that's good to know. Macy, yeah, Macy's more expensive, right? But Macy is nice stuff too, though. But I like Ross because it is cheap and you get better. It's a nice bargain. And they have good, but you need to really look through the racks. You need to take your time and whew, I'm really tired afterwards because it just takes time and it just takes a lot of fitting. But then hey man, it's good quality stuff for you save a lot of money. Yeah, Macy. Yeah, Macy's for me it was more for when I really need some higher end stuff. I didn't have any time to look, but most of the times I could find everything at Ross. To be honest, but yeah, it takes time. But for me, I love a good bargain. I just, I don't know. I hate shopping, by the way. I hardly shopped in the Netherlands. I would go to the US to my aunt, and then I would do all my shopping there because the things that I wanted were just at that time it was cheaper as well. But not anymore. I don't think US got very expensive. I agree. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Talking too much. I'm still not sure. Still think it wants to go higher. Um, I don't know if I want to watch this. I think it's just again, it's gonna trickle up very slowly. I do believe this is the drawn liquidity. If we go higher, then so it's making its way through these wicks, right? It doesn't seem to want to go lower, so it's just going very slowly up. But um, I think I want to move away from the charts. Let this just play out, and then have a look at pre-market, where the market is at, and get more an idea of what is going to happen. At this point, the only thing that I can see, but look here, guys, if it moves here, I'm afraid we're going to get an area of consolidation until news driver at 8:15. So I don't have high expectations until it gets here. Then we might get the same, a little bit the same up here. It's a possibility. It might not do it as well, but it could be. Um, let's have a fib on this level, see where we're at. Yeah, so once we get here, we're around 79, 75. Yeah, so I think this area will be the range 38. Yeah, we're back in Tuesdays. We're sort of like in Tuesdays London session area now, where we had that consolidation. So we're right back in that area. So um, this was Tuesdays London. We sat through this whole London session. We'll watch the 4 o'clock. Ghosts. I don't have to jot things down. Thank you. I'll make my own analysis. Thank you. Um, let everyone make their own analysis. Don't try to pretend that you know what the market is. If you're not a market maker, yeah, just we don't have to jot down other people's analysis. You have your analysis, we have ours. It might be the same, but I'm not following anyone's. This is the thing, guys. You don't want to follow anyone except your own analysis. People can be wrong all the time. I can be wrong. People who try to project themselves that they know it all and we have to follow them. Listen, I'm going to call you. I don't want that bullshit on my channel. It annoys the F out of me. So don't come here and tell us that we need to follow your analysis, okay? It's fine if you share it. I appreciate that, but don't come here and say, hey, everyone, note it because I know where price is going. I know it all. I'm the best. Ugh. Yeah, so, but it doesn't, it's not for me. No, but you're telling the people in my community to follow you, to follow your advice. And I'm telling you not to do it. Simple as that. It's even worse if it's not for me. Look, it's a different thing. Look, it's a Ghost ICT. It's a different thing if you would start out, hey, listen, I'm looking at the. It's a different thing if you would say, hey, I'm looking at the previous day candle, blah blah blah. That is my draw on liquidity. I'm looking at that. That's a different approach than saying, hey guys, note down 30,000. That's the draw on liquidity. That is just, that's not share what I understand if it's something. If you're looking at something specific because of that, and people can look at it. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that. Oh, let's have a look at it. Okay, that might be. I didn't notice that. Let me take that into account, maybe. So it's a totally different approach if you understand what I'm meaning, if you understand what I'm saying. But coming here and saying, "Hey guys, note down that's the level that where it's going to." I am allergic to that, and many people in my community are allergic to that as well. So I'm just saying, we are to share things, and it's not about being right or wrong. It can be totally off. It's not about that, but it's just, yeah. Well, I've said it yesterday as well, but the only person who I would allow to do that is ICT himself. If he might come on the channel and DC would give a level, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't even do that. He might point out some things and he might do that, but or a market or not, well, a real market maker, not a dealer, but a market maker, because they know what they're already going to do. But we're not market makers. We can have an idea, but we still don't know. Hey Jay, how are you doing? But I'm very protective of my community because I know there's people that are really looking for, they want to hang on to something. They want to hang on to something, and things like that can give them maybe an impression, and they might go for it. And it's just not. But pointing out PDRAs and showing what you're looking at, that's all good. That's what we want. But yeah, how's it going? Hey, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. And I don't take that kind of shit in my channel. Sorry. For you, it's a bad response. For me, it's keeping my channel clean from bullshit. If you don't like it, you know where the way out is. Okay, let's see how it reacts at the event horizon. guys, I just want to, again, I just want to point out, I'm really battling with scammers and things, and they will come in pairs. One other person says, "Oh, tell me more about it. You're so good." Blah blah blah, and then they always try. They spam the Discord with, "Oh, another community," and it's always the same. So I'm very protective of that. So if I anything that comes in that way, I'm not I don't do politically correctness anymore. I call it out. I don't want that bullshit in my channel because it's always the same. We love to share our thoughts here. We love to share, but we don't know how the market is going to book, and if you want to share your analysis, you can, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, the OGs, you know exactly what I mean, but yeah. And then even now saying that it's not for me, that's even worse. That I mean, you're addressing my community with some, you know, maybe some bullshit. But anyway, I'm already annoyed now. It's just, okay, we're gonna watch this last macro, guys. Um, I've got to deal with so many scammers lately, guys. It's very annoying. I'm not saying everyone is a scammer, but I just have to be very aware. Um, 79% is bullish, bearish 21%. So most of you are bullish. Um, I think I'm also more bullish than bearish, but this whole move to the upside, the slow move, is sort of like making me wonder. And look here, we're almost at the OTE levels here. Um, I think pre-market will give us more clarity. We still have this gap is still quite large. I mean, there's still a lot to do here. But yet, but we also now have this gap here. Yeah, I favor the upside as well. But let's see. Um, I would love to see the market go lower first again, and then maybe have a continuation trade. Maybe, and that will be pre-market or New York, I guess, guys. I don't think it's just going to go up in one line. I think it's going to go back, maybe retest this area here, and then maybe we get a continuation up for New York. Who knows? Where did we close yesterday? We closed here 29,420. So we're gonna have a gap down. Actually, say it the other way around, right? We're gonna go. The gap is gonna be from around here to where we are. So in this area, depending on where we are, I don't think we have to do things much lower. Oh, here we go again. Oh yeah, yeah. You just gotta. Even people say Ice-T is a scammer. Yes, he is a scammer. Yeah, I would. I'm not saying you're a scammer. I didn't say that. I said the behavior is what scammers mostly do. But you obviously want us to think that you're really good in price action. But they're here anyway, so they already know. But this is exactly the childish behavior that we don't want here. Oh, oh, look at me, how good I am. Yeah, we'll tell everybody. Ghost ICT, I will put you on blast. I will tell everybody that that you knew exactly where price is going and that you know exactly how the market's book and you're the best. I will tell everyone. I will tell everyone. Oh, you're comparing yourself to ICT now. Oh, oh my God, guys, this is what you have to deal with on blast. Do you understand why people go out behind a paywall? Yes, people say ICT is a scammer, correct? They say that. But he don't cast. He does, yeah. Okay, Green Globe Exploration. You want to know more about him? You get in touch with, but please not on my channel. Okay, let's have a look at the macro. We'll have a look at the macro, the for macro, and then I think I'm going to give it a. I think I'm just going to let it go for the time being. And then focus on pre-market prep, guys. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Don't worry. Best life trading family. It's all good. I can't be bothered. Um, it's all good. Okay, 4 o'clock. So the draw was the event horizon, and now I think we might get a nice reaction to the downside. But I think I'm still bullish for later on. But yeah, let's see how low it can go. Remember, we have the closes here, so it might want to close the gap a little bit. I like this area here, midnight. I would be looking more for a short now. Hey, Richard. Hey, where were you yesterday? Pre-market prep, Richard. I was like, hey, Richard, are you there? Are you there? I was calling on you, but no one was answering. How's it going? How are you doing? Did you take the long? Did you see my long I posted, Richard? My runner had over 300 points. I was off 2 ticks from the full range until 4 o'clock. So I managed to get the long. Yeah, I posted it in pre-market prep. Yeah. I had a long buy. Did you trade yesterday or not? Or did you have an off day? I think you were off because you weren't here. Um, yeah. So pre-market, we were looking for. I had a long buy, but it didn't work. My analysis was low. I thought the Judas would go down to go up, but we had it went down all morning, and then came the long. So it was tricky. It was hard to read. The market is hard to read these few days, to be honest. A lot of consolidation. Yeah. Today I'm gonna be here with Joy. Yeah. We're gonna have. I think I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna prepare and focus on pre-market prep. This is just too slow. It's already 4 o'clock. See how it's really slowly moving. Maybe after 4:10. I think it reached its objective already for now. I think we're going back into. Oh, we still have a little bit more room to go. Yeah, in all fairness, I think we're going to get an area of this for the time being, maybe until the news driver. You see here we have like. Yeah, it still has some room to go to here. I think after here it will go into. I think it will go back into consolidation. But leaving as well. See you later, Kmether. I'm gonna. Yeah. So if you're in a long, I think this level here, 6.6, and this 7.17ish level might be the end for today for the London session, the high. I mean for this macro. Yeah. There we go. Tap into it. Let's see how it reacts. Yes, you have a great day too, Ghost ICT. What are you talking about, Green Globe? Tread carefully now. Get some fresh air because you're so negative today. I feel like banning 2 people out of my community now. Mm, yeah, I'm done with that bullshit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not gonna take this bullshit. There you go. I'm done. Okay, guys, I took both of them off. You know why? Did you notice that he was like, "Oh, I'm so interested in what you're saying. Please tell me more." That is a very bad. And then, you know, if I get annoyed because of scammers who are trying to predict price and tell them, you already saw how he reacted, like ICT is a scammer. No, I no, I took them both off now because I don't take that. Telling me that I should take a break because I'm so negative, because I address behavior that I just don't like on my channel. And you saw how his reaction was. ICT is a scammer, and tell your community if it reaches 30,000. He's one of those people who would have said, "Oh, you see, oh, I told you so. It reaches 30,000." It's not about that, guys. You know that. But you also saw how Green Globe reacted to him. Oh, I want to hear more of what you're saying. I don't trust that behavior, guys. That is exactly the scammer behavior, trying to go into a community, pretend that you know it all, and they go for the weak people that want to have signals, and they try to lure you into scams. Listen, I have a very, that's why I'm very strict with it. And I know, Richard, I know you're not that person, but I have to be very strict with that because I cannot have that. I have to protect my community. Um, no, but it's very annoying, guys. I mean, it's just like, it's always the same. It's always the same. And then I get Green Globe, who's normally very, he says, get some, fresh air, you're very negative today, just because I address his friend, because I think they're working together. I'm telling you, it's always, they work in pairs. They always work in pairs. One says something, and then the other, and there's always some friend, someone who's pretend they don't know each other. Oh, that's so interesting. Tell me more. That's how they operate, guys. That's how they operate. And I was actually shocked to see that. And then his reaction came afterwards. Take some fresh air. You're very negative today. And I'm like, what? Okay, done. I know enough. Okay, I think my problem has been selling off for the last few days, and somehow I'm not getting out of my head that any low is opportunity to buy long and not short. So US3, I'm also more long biased every time than short biased. I have been taking longs more often than the short. If I see a short coming, I just don't feel comfortable taking it. When was it that I said? Was it the day before yesterday, right? And I said, no, I'm not interested in a long anymore. I think the short is coming. But the short, I let that, I have to remember, I let that short also go. And then I think most of my trades have been longs, and I let the short go. Now, that is not a bad thing if you are feeling one or the other, because the higher time frame for me has been bullish all the time. Why? I'll show you why. Now ICT has been pointing out a bullish order block, but I've been just using a 4-hour. I look at breakers mainly, and for me this breaker is still active. It's a 4-hour bullish breaker. So for me it's like, yeah, even though it went really deep here, it went really deep, but it held. But we created equal lows here, so I do think we're going to go for those. But as long as this is holding, I'm still bullish, because I don't have well, we do have a 4-hour bearish breaker, which we retested here. But it's sort of like it's a battle of the breakers. I call it the battle of the breakers. So for me, as long as the 4-hour, we're still running on the bullish algo, I'm just letting everything go, which is bearish. And I'm also not, like I said, with, that short, when we went over with Bowser, I'm like, yeah, would I have been able to get that short at 4 a.m. yesterday? I don't think so. I think I would have missed it for some reason. But I still have to journal it because I wasn't here. I wish I was, because I want to do that live. If I miss it on live, it's more for me. I really can see what was I thinking and why was I wrong and why did I miss it. But I really think I would not have gotten this one, to be honest. I think I might have missed it for some reason, but I'm still have to journal it. But that's all good, because then my best trade yesterday, even though I was in pre-market prep already very bullish, Mether and the guys who were there can confirm it. I said, no, I'm only bullish, I'm only bullish, I'm only bullish. And the short came, and I was like, okay, I'm off, but I'm still, I wrote it down. I'm still bullish. So I knew there was a very high probability that the trade would present itself later on, and it did. It gave the run between 12 and 1. And there were multiple factors telling me it was still more bullish than bearish. So everything that's to the downside will be just a retracement. And it matches also, I'll show you why I was confident in that trade. It's not like I'm just talking bullshit. So this is where I was, okay, 9:30 we opened up, right? And we were into this, but look how exact it went to this level here. Tell me, is this algorithmically or not? 705, no bodies below. I came up and it was going up already, so I managed to get in, and I knew, okay, this is now my bullish trade is here. But I had to, it needed one more leg lower to go higher. So your bias can be correct, right? But sometimes you're just off with your time, and then it just, because we had this is for me clear A. We've set through so much accumulation for days. It always attacks. Then this is the D. This was already for me already the manipulation. Okay, this is manipulated A, M, and I was just waiting for the distribution. This is a beautiful AMD, and especially if it takes many days, right? It was horrible. But the longer the accumulation phase is, the better the M and the D is. So this is a nice M as well. But I usually let the M for some reason go. I'm also not good at it. I miss a lot of those manipulation moves if they come out of the accumulation. For some reason, I need to work on that. But then I'm a distribution trader, so then I catch the distribution. So if you're already finding one of the two is working for you, you're already sort of like evolving as, okay, I'm seeing, you're seeing something better than something else, right? So that means you have to focus on that, what you're seeing better. And that's how I also said, okay, why am I missing that? And that is working. So that's how I evolved into, I can call myself a distribution trader because I think I'm getting pretty good at that. But I'm not good at manipulation. I'm just not good at it. I miss the manipulation. I know Bowser is really good at these as well. I know that he managed to catch, he didn't catch this one, he said, but I know that he's like, oh, shit, he catches it and I don't. I know that because he shares a lot of his trades. But I'm not good at the manipulation move. I'm just not. So, but anyway, so yeah, so US, it's really not. It's actually a good thing if you see one thing better than the other. I don't know if you journal, but yeah, I would really suggest just start journaling that, and then you will find because everyone's brains works a little bit different, and at some point you see some people are better to trade the long side, and some people are better in shorts, or they see a market maker buy models better than a sell model, and it really depends on how your brain works, right? And if you see, I don't think it's a problem, but you should definitely look into it and find out why you're seeing that more than others, because I think both of them are actually in higher time frame consolidation. You can do both trades to the downside and to the upside, but the downside has mainly been the manipulation or retracements, right? So if you go back into that and reverse engineer that, then you can see, okay, I see that better than that, and then try to, so I knew the moment I got stopped out, I was like, okay, I just have to wait and then just look at levels and see if this order block here is going to hold, because I was looking already, okay, this is an order block with a fair value gap, is this an area of interest? And then I just had to wait again. Patience, which is also my biggest struggle sometimes. Because I wanted it in New York in the AM session. I didn't get it. But yeah. Yeah, so but I totally get what you're saying because I totally understand your logic because I thought the same thing, but it's actually you are getting close to understanding where you're yeah how you see the market. So I'm just saying don't get discouraged by it, okay? Just don't get discouraged. And as you can see, just go back into the charts and look at the sell-offs. How did it go? Because most of the sell-off have come out of accumulation, but it made it really hard. I mean, I am very bad at these moves when they come out of accumulation. So that's why I call myself a distribution trader. I'm better for this because I have the information already. Then I've got the A, I've got the M, and I've got the D coming, right? But hey, listen, some people always get this move. I don't. I know Richard also. I noticed that you managed to get the manipulation sometimes. Richard also has a good eye for manipulation. You must be a manipulator, Richard. Yeah. Hey, listen, but we always need to, we can always improve. But I don't really mind because I know the larger move comes after this one, so I don't mind missing it. And sometimes on purpose, I let them also run because I'm okay. You know what? I'm not going to chase. I need to wait, and then the distribution is always larger than a manipulation, right? So yeah, but yeah, just US. Do you journal? I always ask that question. I think I might have lost a few people today. Let me check my channel. See, I probably lost it. I don't care. Yeah, I lost a couple of people today. Guys, I actually don't mind. So I went from 22:05 to 22:02 today. But I want to keep it small and I want to keep it with the right people. Yeah, I'm just looking. I know that if I go on these rants and if I block people, I obviously deleted 2 people myself, but I lost an extra one. The core is strong. Yeah, I know, and I really don't mind. Yeah, gonna keep it clean and so okay, you do okay, good. Yeah, yeah, just keep yeah. It's been tough. It has been tough to read, and also because on higher time frame we are consolidating, but yet on 4 hour and on the 1 hour you can still see some logic, right? But then again, you also have to be careful in consolidation. Some PDRAs are false. Now I still have to watch all ICTs because he gave a lot. He's doing a lot of lectures now, but I think he pointed out this order block here, and he goes very deep into order block theory. So I have to, I need to watch it because I just sometimes there are little things that I also don't know or I want to learn. I keep on learning. So, but he's pointing out this order block all the time now, I believe, in his lectures. So yeah, definitely, those who use order blocks definitely watch the lectures he's giving right now. Yeah, no, I know. It's well, yeah, but no, but you always get a few people that join during the stream. So I guess maybe all of his friends have lost, but it's okay. I don't mind. I really don't mind, guys. I rather send a very clear signal and be a bitch sometimes, and people are like, I don't do this often, guys, but sometimes I have to. I'm being there's so many scammers coming up now. I just I don't know. I think they opened up a can of scammers and they thought, okay, go for this channel, go for this. Mr. Chaos, yeah, you're a very bad scammer. You're supposed to provide more chaos, but you're not doing a good job on that. Yeah, I know, but I can. Sometimes you might have the wrong person, but I don't think so. But thanks, guys. Anyway, I am going to go. I am going to have a nice walk. I've been very busy as well, so I need to clear my head and do some things here, and then prepare for pre-market prep. I've got some students I've got to work with, so I need to do some stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the pre-market. Let's see if we can do some hunting. And then anything else? So we got news at 8:30. Mm, it's orange folder, but it could still give a nice reaction. Um, Unemployment claims. There's no news tomorrow, so we already have to think about TGI app on Thursday, right? So think about the weekly objective, what the weekly objective could do. But we'll go when we have more data a little bit later on after 8:30. We have a clearer idea. But yeah, already on Thursday. That's why I already put the weekly ranges on Thursday, because I really want to see already. Okay, where are we? When we look at the weekly ranges, in which area are we? What the market is doing? Is it, if we start really going higher, is it likely that it wants to take out this low tomorrow? We already have to think about no news drivers. So sometimes you already have to consider like, okay, Friday might not be a good trading day anymore if the weekly objective is already going to be met somewhere today, or maybe even in Asia or London tomorrow or later, something like that. So I tried to think about those things in a little bit ahead. So, but we'll see. Pre-market will give us more insight. That being said, thank you guys, for the OGs especially, and the guys. I just, yeah. I sometimes feel like I'm invaded when people come in and behave like that. I feel like it's personal. I know it's not, but I do take it personal a little bit, which is not. But it's just because yeah. How did you draw? No, so US 387. Listen, I the things that I've been doing is I've done the learner's test, so the computer test, so I passed that. So yes, so when I passed it, I wanted to book the date for my driving test, so the real driving. But they told me I had to come back the next day, and I understand why now, because it was a long day as well. So again, they did an eye test, and it was just for me to book the date. So yesterday I drove back and I said, oh, I want to book the date. Okay, here's the form. And I thought, okay, I just fill in the form, and then they booked me the date. Oh my God, no! I had to sit in line again for the eye test, and I said, I just did an eye test 3 weeks ago with the learners. No, you have to do it again, because most people wait a long time between the learners and okay, no, that took 2 hours waiting. So then they took the test, blah blah blah. Then I have to wait in line to pay. That's another hour. And then they sent me somewhere else, and then the lady said, "Oh, your traffic registration number is false." And I was like, she says, "Yeah, but I'm not going to stand in your way though. But this is a false document." And now look, I'm a foreigner in South Africa, so sometimes you let people organize things for you and you don't know. And she could be right. And I'm like, shit. I said, yeah, what can I do? She said, yeah, well, if you go to Home Affairs and you show it, you're going to be in trouble. I said, yeah, so what can I do? Well, she said, I'm not going to stand in your way. I will book the date for you. Um, so, yeah. So I got it done, and after a few hours, I was finally done. I could drive back. So I've got the date now for the 11th of August. That's where I will do my driving test. So, but anyway, what do you teach? You can, yeah, just send me a DM on Discord. I know you asked a few times before, and I've been sort of like not answering because I don't want to answer. I don't want to go into that on stream too much because I don't want to give too much exposure to my mentorship. But find me on my DM me. No, US 387. So I am from the Netherlands, but I moved to South Africa. I have a Dutch driving license, which is expiring in November. So my thought process is, instead of flying to the Netherlands and getting my new driving license, the only way for me to obtain a South African is to start from scratch. So I'm doing that. So I don't have to drive back, because I can renew my Dutch driving license by sending it by courier, but I don't want to send my Dutch driving license by courier without having anything else here. So I want to obtain my South African driving license. Then I will still renew my Dutch driving license by sending it, because I can do that still if I am on time. But I want a South African driving license as well. It's just better to have one here. Yes, I'm in South Africa, correct. But I moved away from Europe. So I moved away from the rat race. But that's the funny thing. When you talk about time, I wanted to move out of the red race. But what do you get instead? You get like things like you have to wait a whole day, come back 10 times to do things. So I start, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it takes so long. Why is it so disorganized? But I'm like, yeah, that's what you wanted. And also there I have to submit to time, right? Getting this whole process done. So with trading, everything comes back down to the same thing. You have to submit to time, be patient and wait and let it sounds so cliche, let the trade come to you. But it works in life here as well. You just have to submit to, okay, things don't work the way you're used to. You can't have it done in one day like you want to. So, but yeah, last stream I went over what I teach a little bit, but if you want to know more, I know you keep on asking about it, so send me a DM on in the Discord. Are you in the Discord, US? Are you in my Discord? I didn't share the new stream because I just sort of like closed it up a little bit because of all the scammers. Are you in? US, let me know. Are you in? Because I'm not sharing the. Okay, you joined. Okay, let me check. You joined yesterday. Was it open yesterday? It should be closed. See, there you go. No, it's okay. Are you on the same name? Yeah, guys, I'm really trying to battle those scammers a little bit. I really need to find. I'm going to add some levels of some layers and. Um, you joined yesterday. What's your name? Oh, send me a DM. Just send me a DM, okay? If you're in. Okay, gotcha. No problem. Send me a DM, US. Okay, guys, stay safe here. We are at this event horizon at 7:05. We might have a nice move to the downside. I think I'm still bullish, but I don't know. We still have some levels to the downside as well, but we'll see. Okay, no problem. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And again, I love you guys. It doesn't maybe seem that way, but I do love you guys. That's why I'm protecting what we have here. Very, very, very like Mama Bear. Um, and sometimes I'm allowed to have even if I would have a bad hair day. Oh, by the way, talking about bad hair days, my geyser, my gas is not working, so I didn't take a shower, so I was supposed to wash my hair. So, but even if I would have a bad day, right? I mean, isn't that part of the channel showing the good, the bad, the ugly, just being as you are, being fully yourself? I mean, we all have bad days and sometimes we are more irritated. And I think that's actually what I feel I want to, I don't want to pretend that I'm not. If I'm really having a, bad day, I don't want to try to pretend that I'm not, things like that. So that's, um, yeah, I mean, we're human, right? We all have our moods sometimes, and it's part of trading as well. So you see, guys, I didn't put on any trades because I was distracted. I wasn't, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'm gonna do some walking, and I'll see you guys later. Pre-market preppers, see you at 8:50. And London, we'll see you tomorrow again. Last day of the week already. It's crazy how fast I can't believe it. Okay, love you guys.